In Hinduism, Lord Brahma is the first god of Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. He is the creator of the universe, but he is not worshipped as Lord Vishnu and Shiva. In Hindu mythology, the source of all creation, Brahma, is said to have created all type of beings, gods, demons and human from his own body. He has 4 heads which are symbolic of the 4 Vedas. Even his consort, goddess Saraswati, is remembered and worshipped more than him. He is depicted as worried, tense, old and alone. One side, people aspire to have Brahma knowledge, and another side, Lord Brahma is not worshipped at all. According to Hindu mythological legend, along with the creation of the universe, Lord Brahma created a female deity known as Satarupa, one who can acquire 100 forms. Brahma had only 1 head when he had started creating the universe. Later, due to this female deity, he got 5 heads. Satarupa was so beautiful that Brahma became completely infatuated with her and stared at her wherever she went. This is not a divine quality to pursue his own creation like this. Satarupa was embarrassed by this attention and intention and tried to escape his gaze. But in every direction that she moved, Brahma sprouted a new head until he had developed 4. Satarupa had the ability to transfer into hundreds of life forms, and she converted into every animal to make Brahma desist, but he turned into the male form of every animal she transferred into, and so it is said the animal kingdom was created. This frustrated her, and in order to escape herself from his gaze, the desperate Satarupa jumped high in the sky. To continue his gaze, the 5th head was sprouted at the top of his other 4 heads. Satarupa was Brahma's daughter, as she was being created by him. So it was wrong. This unholy behavior and an extra attachment to the created things of Lord Brahma angered Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva admonished him and chopped his 5th head as a punishment for his unacceptable behavior of the creator towards his own creation. Brahma was attached to the created things, that is temporary, by ignoring the soul, that is permanent. He became materialistic than spiritual. The resultant Lord Shiva cursed Brahma not to be worshipped. And the second legend says there was a competition between Brahma and Vishnu to prove who is greater between them and who should be worshipped first. The argument went on and on until they asked Shiva to intervene. Shiva assumed his lingam form, which was made of flaming fire which reached to the heavens and stretched down underneath the earth. The challenge was to reach any end of the lingam to decide whose supremacy was greatest. While Brahma took the shape of swan and flew upwards to determine where the lingam ended, Vishnu transferred into boar and descended down. Realizing that Shiva had outwitted them, Vishnu returned and acknowledged Shiva as the supreme god. Brahma, on the way upwards, made the ketaki flower and convinced it to lie on his behalf, that it has observed Brahma reach the uppermost end of the lingam. When the ketaki flower lied to Shiva, an enraged Shiva cursed Brahma that he would not be worshipped and cursed the flower that it would not be used in any religious rituals. Bhavishya Purana, one of the 18 major Puranas, states that Daityas had begun to worship Brahma, and thus the devas of heaven could not defeat them. To sway them from worshipping, Vishnu appeared on earth and convinced the Daitya to stop worshipping Brahma. Having left the worship of Brahma, the Daityas lost power and hence were defeated. In other aspect, Lord Brahma's work is done. He, the creation, is the past now. Vishnu, the maintainer, is the present, and Shiva, the destructor, is the future. People care for the present and the future, not the past. This psychology of people makes Lord Brahma to be ignored. Thank you.